going.
Yep.
So, with that being said, is this wonky draft gonna take it, or?
I'm not sold. I like the draft. I like the Dead Prophet core. They got Dead Prophet and Puck cores, which is really strong right now in the meta. They have Nature's Prophet safe lane, which I do not like that much. It's not like the matchups are even that great for him.
Nope, it's into a Mars.
Yeah, and because of that, I'm going to go with Fnatic. I think what they got was a little bit easier to read. It's very standard. You have the strongest carry pretty much right now. Monkey King played on the mid lane.
Yep.
That's true. But Lycan as well, who's going to be able to cut the backlines. I think I'm favoring.
Okay.
That's a lot of talk just to say Fnatic top DPC SEA. Obviously, they're going to be Neon.
Well, I think you know, coming from the FGC, I like the phrase "pick a top tier." I like what OB.Neon has picked, so I'm going to go with OB.Neon Tsunami.
Let's do it. Put me in.
Sure.
All right, OB.Neon versus Fnatic. Let's go into the first game of the first series of the day. Take it away, Black and B-Cop.
All right, let's take it away. Fnatic against Neon should be a fun one. This was a good matchup when we were back doing DPC SEA, and I'm ready to see it once again. Obviously, a couple changes for Neon, but I have faith in them. Black, I hope you have faith in them as well. I know you have in the past, but I'm waiting to hear what you got to say about this one.
It's... You know, in the group stage, they did not really convince me, my man. But, you know, they've recently shown a little power surge since Def came as a stand-in for them. So, hopefully they can do it. But as the panel already said, the draft is looking... yeah, a little rough. Let's put it that way. It can work. They need to snowball real hard, but it's not going to be easy.
I got faith in Yopaj.
I know you do. I mean, he's a fantastic player, but he's had let's say, not the best tournament individually, unfortunately.
Right. I think we see that from Yopaj every now and then, where it's just like, I have all this faith in him, and sometimes he underperforms. I think it's also when I juice him up a little bit, and I'm just like, yeah, Yopaj is going to have the game of his life. I feel like I've done that a couple times to guys, where I'm just like, this is his good hero, and then all of a sudden I just get proven pretty horribly wrong. But I've seen him play well. I've tweeted at him Yopaj got a couple times during the DPC season, but we'll see how he does here. Hopefully something to look forward to. It's Puck against Monkey King. Is it a matchup that you think he's going to be benefiting in? Because we've seen Moon do work in the past.
Yeah, it's a pretty even matchup. Like, it's a 5-5 matchup, I would say. Monkey King can't really get Harris out of the lane here because of his high armor. Puck should also be just able to get his levels as well as farm, and then just rotate once level 6 hits. As usual, as we always see from Pucks, with that obnoxious, super strong Dream Coil.
Yeah, that Dream Coil always a pain, especially once you pick up that Ags, if that's in the agenda for him.
Eventually,
how it goes.
Sure.
Jabs pulling this lane all the way through in between the tier 2 and the tier 3, and Abaddon's going to completely follow all the way through. Taking a look up towards top, though, play hard over there as we'll see how that matchup goes. Any matchups that really just kind of stand out at you? Like maybe this Death Prophet now in the off lane, and you're seeing the Nature's Prophet in the safe lane.
I mean, the Death Prophet Lycan matchup is really tough for Lycan until he gets his Necro and level 6, simply because DP is hitting very hard. The Spirit Siphon deals a ton of damage against these high HP heroes. So it should be a tough lane for Lycan, but once he hits 6 with those Necros, then it turns around. Then suddenly DP is the hero that is really scared of the Lycan.
What do you think is the counter here, and who do you think isn't safe? Because we've seen a lot of times, actually thinking of both SEA and China when we were doing it for the leagues, we've seen both sides of the Lycan pros and cons, right? Like, we've seen Lycan who can chase down heroes, but we've seen Lycan who's also unsure of what he wants to do, uses that ult, runs in, doesn't do anything, and then it just doesn't feel like that hero that's got all this farm, that has this Necro book, is really producing much for the team.
Yeah, Lycan is a pretty hit or miss here, and we've only really seen SEA teams pick it up. And as you said, you know, a couple of times they misuse the ultimate. Suddenly you just use this for 2 minutes, you can't do a whole lot. And it's really a very punishing ability to misuse. So we'll have to see how Fnatic does it. Like, Raven is one of the best Lycans, of course, in this scene, so I'm sure he'll be doing just fine, but it's not as easy as it used to be. And it's not as popular as it used to be either. As I said, only SEA teams are really picking it. All the other regions are kind of straying away from it.
Yeah, because we were seeing it go from like the 1 to the 3. Sometimes it was like in that 3 pick up Ags if it wanted to work with something else. Is this maybe a Fnatic lineup that's more dependent on what Moon's gonna do more than Raven?
I mean, Moon is like they picked the Lycan pretty late, and they just picked it because it's really damn good against the whole lineup. There's not a single hero that counters Lycan in this game. So I think in a game like this, he's gonna go absolutely ham, which we have seen in the past as well. Once he gets his Necro 3, the Yule Scepter is gonna be useless, can't save you for both the puck and DP because you can just purge it off. It's just gonna be very tough to deal with in this game.
We'll have to see how it moves out as Playhard just taking a little bit of harassment there from the line. We've got Jabs looking over towards mid.
Just healing, salving up, no problem for him. What I really want to point out here is Mars is struggling a ton. Only sitting at 6 CS as the offlaner here. Masteros having a horrendous laning phase. Very low level, very low farm. It'll be very tough for him to recover here.
Yeah, and it's not really something that we've seen from Masaros in the league, or during the league time. Because when he was playing during the DPC league, he was my standout for Fnatic, really.
Yeah, they always set him up for success. Or usually they do at least. This game, however, it's not the easiest lane. It's Prophet and Abaddon, 2 very strong laners. He's sitting at 1,000 net worth, bottom 3 right now. As you said, not something we're used to seeing.
Yeah, they don't really sack his lane too much. Like, I guess someone who reminds me of getting their lane kind of, their off lane sacked like that is like Chalice. Used to have problems when his lane used to get sacked. Ooh. Trying to swipe that bounty rune. Jab's not in time. Playhard picks it up.
They're close. Resulting in 3 bounty runes for Radiant here. And I would agree, like Masaros, he can play from behind, but he's really at his strongest when he's ahead in the game and can start snowballing, making plays. We haven't really seen him playing from behind too many times in the DPC league, at least.
And Jabs comes over mid. They've got vision to him, and
tough kill though. Very tough kill.
But yeah, not the easiest to pick up there. Do have my level 6 though for the puck, so Dream Coil available. We'll see if he rotates to a lane or tries to make something happen over mid with a rotation from a support. They do have the Abaddon coming over. Not really sure that's enough to make something happen, unless maybe they turn it on Jabs expecting a rotation.
I think they need the Nature's Prophet as well. Of course, with global presence is always a very good asset here. Rune fight. Oh, the Abaddon actually takes it away from his puck. That feels bad, man. But yeah, like there will be a lot of damage potential here once the Nature's Prophet is level 6. With that Wrath, with that Coil, we have to see which lane they will prioritize on trying to kill, really. This Monkey King is having a very good time, so it could be a good kill. Actually, speed bottom.
And he's going over towards bottom. He's looking over for Debil. Comes in, has Masaros right to his side. The spear will land, and they should be able to get the kill on the Nature's Prophet. Moon gets first blood. That's good to come off the lane and land that first blood, which hasn't been claimed up to this point.
Yeah, a very passive game so far, and Monkey King, good rotation there. Because as we said, Masaros is really struggling. This kill is gonna give him a little bit of time to catch back up. Lycan already picking up his Necro as well, so his power timing is there as well. No shapeshift yet though. Still needs a couple of creeps for that.
Trying to get everything he can. Playboy really hasn't, I haven't really felt his presence. Once Wrath of Nature comes in, and all of a sudden they're going to go over mid, looking over for DJ. Exploits onto the puck, but they've got enough damage to Beal coming in.
Be careful here.
Through from Moon. They've also got Jabs. Boulder Smash comes through. The speed. Oh no. God, they're not going to let the stun come out from play. Are they going to look over as the Exorcism gets used here by Death?
No mana though.
Onto Moon. They got nothing out of that mid rotation, and they're going to push these 2 heroes away. Fnatic really unable to make something happen from trying to turn that around, and that's with the missed impale from this Nyx Assassin.
Be really careful here. The Master Arena could potentially turn this whole fight around. Def also TPing in without any mana though. He used Exorcism, but he didn't have any mana to follow up with the Spirit Siphon, so unfortunately... Or maybe the Exorcism will still result in the tower here, going very aggressively. Mars has Arena though.
Close to getting the tower.
They don't feel comfortable fighting. Nice pick up here by Neon.
Roll over hits Playhard. Grabs the double damage. Still trying to land this stun. He's got Yopaj over to the side, but DJ with a two-man stun.
No coil available.
Getting his mana drained, and I mean, he's got no mana to work with at the moment. And Moon's going to come in and try and clean up these two supports. Looks over at Playhard, Spike Carapace. I don't know if that's going to matter. It looks like he's still dead to rights. They'll land the stun, and DJ gets the kill onto this Nyx assassin. I will say, all things considered, Neon's doing a decent job.
Wow.
Januel.
So much damage coming out here. Man, Moon is playing this Monkey King from the mid lane so perfectly here, being very active. He's not farming a whole lot, you know, but he's just being very active around the map, killing people, keeping his position in the top 3 network. Making so much space for his Lycan. Absolutely loving it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lycan. Now Necro 2 finished already.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Needing about 700 gold to finish that Necro 3, which is really like the massive power spike of that hero.
Dire's top
Monkey
tower
King
has fallen.
invading the enemy jungle a little bit. Not too much going on here. This is a pretty passive farming game, which is kind of benefiting.
It's coming outbound. Strike on it too. The arena spear hits onto Yopaj. Should be able to get the kill onto this puck.
Good pick up here. GP, no ult available. Spirit Typhon healing him up a lot though. Nice impale, but he should be able to get away. Nice save there by General. DP is such a hard here to bring down, especially with an Abaddon covering him. H Prophet farming really well here. Almost has his Witchblade. Actually prioritizing Witchblade over Orchid. See how that pans out for him. I guess there isn't a whole lot of heroes this game. Jab's going in with a huge rolling boulder here. Monkey King being affected by the Dream Coil. Dominating spree for the Monkey King. Monkey King in trouble here. DP doing a whole lot of damage with that exorcism. But just peeing out on the heroes, but they lost both the Monkey King as well as the Mars. Very good fight here for the Radiant on the back of a very farmed Death Prophet. Death, one of the best Death Prophet players in the scene. And he's doing a very good job as a stand-in here for Neon, who came in as a replacement, I believe, for Rappy. The easiest shoes to fill. Very good job for himself here. Yeah, still maintaining a 1,000 gold lead here in Radiant, but I feel like they need to get ahead a little bit more than this. Like Monkey King, as well as Lycan and Mars, they scale very well into the late game. So just being ahead 1,000 gold might not necessarily be enough.
Invisibility.
Vendetta being used, potentially setting up for pickoff here. Dream Coil available in 5. Also Invis Rune on Puck. So Nyx and Puck are now an assassin squad. See if they find anyone here. Monkey King potentially in danger. Chooses to farm that next wave. Might be in trouble. I feel like if he was a little bit more patient, you know, perhaps... I feel like he was about to jump in, let's put it that way.
Got that sixth sense thinking that they'd catch him.
Level 3 Necro here, Lycan ult available as well.
They're going to go with the Dream Coil. That's going to get on the DJ. Avoids the stun that rolls in as well as the finger. They get the kill there on a play hard. They'll look over a Yopaj. Boulder Smash lands, slowing him down. Looking for the Geomagnetic Grip. That's not going to silence up this Puff just yet. Really not much by Raven at the moment.
Nice spear.
Lock down this Puff. Great spear coming in from Asaros. They get the kill as they use the Magnetizer. Going to continue for more. Januel uses that ult. It looks like this Abaddon is going to drop 2. So 3 heroes dead. Raven at the beginning didn't look like he was getting a lot out of this first shapeshift coming over mid. But, I mean, right there, all of a sudden, spear lands from Asaros.
I resume the game here. Mid tower should be falling without any contest here.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Monkey King going straight into BKB. I love that. Just to be able to frontline for his team. Masaros going into the Blink Dagger. Still pretty poor on the Mars, but somewhat getting back into the game. He'll just be the one to initiate for his team, and that's all he has to do this game. 1,000 gold away from that Blink Dagger.
Which is really going to help with that initiation. Usually you see that from Masaros earlier because, like we said, his lane doesn't usually get sacrificed the way it did. But I don't think it's the biggest deal if they can keep the map open. DJ coming in and lands that stun onto the Nyx Assassin. They're bringing over a couple of heroes here from Neon. Won't be able to catch anything just yet. And you can see Raven sitting back, waiting maybe for them to initiate on the Lion to maybe turn it around and go for it. But he didn't have Shapeshift, so would have been tough to commit.
Right, yeah, Lycan without Shapeshift does not feel like the same hero at all. Cooldown is very long. Still 20 seconds. And as soon as that's up again, they're probably gonna be looking to take the next fight. Potentially even the next tower. This Lycan at this point is unstoppable. Like, he needs to get coiled, and they need to be on top of him with the Exorcism to really deal with him. But even then, you know, the Necro Warriors, they can just kill a hero or two during that duration.
So strong, and he's getting quite a bit of farm. He's about to surpass this Nature's Prophet.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, Lycan is just one of those heroes, you know, if you pick it really late and they have no answer to it. It has always been that way. It's just a pretty cheesy hero, and sometimes you can just win your games. Have to see if that's the case this time around as well. Perfectly set up for him, though. They're just going for the bot tower now. Raven is closing in scarily fast on that AC, which is his next power spike. He just needs another 2,000 gold. It will be completed already. Hyperstone already picked up.
Tower is under attack.
And he only needs another 2,000 gold. At this moment, it doesn't feel like there's a way to stop him unless everything is really used on top of this Lycan. I just don't see how they stop him for the moment. Is there something that, like, when you see Nature's Prophets, you're thinking maybe he can push a different lane, kind of put some pressure on to Fnatic, but do he really have that option at the moment?
It's very scary against both Monkey King, Earth Spirit, and the Lion. Potentially even a Mars, you know, there's so many heroes that can just pick him off. So he has to play very carefully here until he gets his BKB, which is still quite far away because he went for the Maelstrom first. Witchblade into Maelstrom, into BKB.
Structures are fortified.
Your right click kind of built as expected, but no Orchid. That is the most surprising thing. Usually Prophets always go Orchid, but this game, as I said before, there's not really a good target to Orchid, so it makes sense he's foregoing that.
Top tower is under attack.
Top tower under a lot of pressure, but Fnatic is already pushing bottom, so it might just result in a trade here.
Is under attack.
Which isn't the worst thing for Neon overall, but they could have gotten it without the trade. That would have felt better. Playhard does have vision on Moon, but not really much they can do while they still commit to take that tower. And they didn't lose there, so not a complete trade just yet. Maybe Fnatic commit to it and look for more, because I think if Raven's the one showing and you don't really have vision of everybody else, you can't look to defend that, right?
Right, and Necro also ran out at the same time, so Fnatic's push potential, of course, is like pretty much all the Lycan. They might be looking to defend this tower here. Play hard.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Want a D-ward. A little suspicious, that roll. Maybe just trying to scare them, you know? Doing it again. Just to D-ward.
Tonight? Yeah, there it is.
Has fallen.
Yeah, that's such a bully move.
Is under attack.
I hate it.
But with that vision, obviously, you see the Earth Spirit, you realize that it's not just the Lycan down there. You already knew that Moon was down there. They couldn't defend the tier 2, and ultimately it does become a trade.
Yeah, it's just, I feel Radiant is not comfortable right now fighting into this Lycan at all. As I said, even if they throw everything on the Lycan and kill him, there's still 4 more heroes to worry about, you know? So even if you kill that Lycan, he's gonna deal a ton of damage anyways, and then you have to deal with the rest of the team, which potentially, you already blew your entire load on the Lycan. Can't deal with them anymore.
This is a big moment as they're going to get the Hex out onto the Abaddon. Maybe not who they wanted to find, as they had the Blink Dagger available onto the Mars. It goes to the back lines. And well, getting chased here by Moon, at least, with the Balance Strike coming through. And then there's the kill onto this Abaddon.
Catching one here at least. Nyx Assassin with the Tranquil Boots as well as Vendetta. Very fast. Master was just barely not catching him. And there was the Blink Dagger reveal. So now Neon knows, and it didn't really yield any results.
Yeah, that was a
itemizing into the dual scepter. Not the biggest fan of Yules on DP this game, because of course you Yules yourself, Lycan can just purge it down immediately, and might potentially just be almost 3k gold down the drain. That doesn't really add to your survivability. Would have much rather liked to see perhaps just a fast BKB, you know, counteract that. And we'll see if it pays off for him or not.
That Yules might not be the right choice, and well, they got to itemize now knowing that this Blink Dagger is available for the Mars. It wasn't exactly the biggest reveal that we've ever seen with a Mars getting a Blink Dagger. They only get the kill onto the Abaddon, which I know they were talking about on the panel. If things get used on a support Abaddon, that's fine at the end of the day. Things get revealed, if there's a finger used, it's fine.
Exactly. Lycan already finished up his AC now. This is gonna be so scary to fight into.
The sentry gets placed down and Misaros gets spotted for a moment. Play hard. That sentry gets taken out immediately, but it was an interesting move. I thought maybe could turn into more.
I feel like Neon is too timid, to be honest. Like, they're gonna get outscaled and they're not really trying to pressure Fnatic at all. Like, just holding like a couple of 100 gold lead at this point is not enough. Lycan with his finished AC, he's going to absolutely destroy this team fight.
They have the Wolves scouting, so this is been a bit of an issue. They've got the roll as well as the arena, the spike characters hits on both these moves. They've got themselves a
coming in.
Bang Coil and the stun hitting from Play Hard. They'll use that Wukong's. They get the kill to Jabs. They'll take up this Earth Spirit first. Earth Spike lands onto the Nyx Assassin. They've got Puck in their sights, but I'm not sure they've got Puck in their hands. Death will come over and look for more, but so far, only a kill on the Jabs, which I think Neon, at the end of the day, they were the ones who got jumped on that. They get out unscathed. They should be happy with that.
I feel like both sides, like Fnatic especially, they definitely wanted to get way more out of this. They used Shapeshift, Wukong's, and Arena. You couldn't get anything done here. Very well played by Neon. Using their spells perfectly, just to kind of stop Fnatic. You know, Lycan ran in, but he didn't really have a target because there was just no stuns coming out from Fnatic. So Lycan, if you know, you can just run away from him if there's no disables being thrown out on you. And of course, this exorcism is always a huge to fight into.
Ooh, balance strikes, spear landing, and they've got the Earth Spike with a finger. It's just nothing you can do at that point.
Yeah, but again, it's just a support kill. At least he's getting some finger stacks. It's the second one. I was actually surprised that Lycan didn't do more that last fight. Like, I was hyping up, you know, he's gonna destroy that whole team fight. He runs in, didn't even hit a single time.
Yeah, he kind of did what we were talking about and alluding to in the beginning of the game, where sometimes when you use that ult, you just can't find your opening, or you overthink your opening, I would say.
Yeah, it's a very delicate kind of fear, you know, like it sounds easy on paper, like you use ult, you right-click people, but if you right-click a little bit too deep, like you chase a little bit too deep, suddenly you're just in trouble, you'll die, and your whole advantage is just gone. So you have to be really careful with how you play your hand as Lycan Pro.
Prophet to a 2k lead for Neon too. Wow.
Look at the Prophet.
This Prophet's getting huge.
Super huge. Yeah. He's going to the AC next to cancel out the AC of the Lycan. Once that's up, he should be feeling quite comfortable just man-fighting the Lycan.
See how much he can get done. Yeah, BKB, 10-second BKB, which is something that they were trying to wait for, and then of course Fnatic were the ones who came into the triangle and initiated on that, which I think, as long as Tabila didn't die there, which he didn't, they were in an okay spot. Roll over on the Spike Carapace. There's the impale.
Easy disengage.
Nothing more. Boulder smash, not going to land, but there's Narita come through on the play. He doesn't have the Spike Carapace to work with anymore, but we'll get the out-of-body shield. Now the Spike Carapace comes off cooldown. That's going to hit onto both his line as well as the Mars. They've got the Juke going down on a 2, and they'll come in, roll to the back lines, get themselves the get themselves the ult from Jabs. Malice swing on the Wukong's command is used, and they'll lose Januel, but 2 heroes dead on both sides. Now Radiant, they got to think, do they want to go back in?
The Lycan just can't fight the Prophet right now, which is very surprising to me. Every time he tries to go in, the Beal just stands there and hits him in the face, and Lycan is like, oh my god, you're dealing way too much damage, and runs away like a little puppy.
tail between his legs and everything, and he's just gonna run away. And again, that's not the shape shift that you're really expecting from a Lycan. Again, though, and something I thought might happen, I feel like Moon's doing a little bit more in these fights, or way more in these fights than Raven's doing at the moment.
Yeah, like, it feels like it really needs to BKB at this point, to be honest. Like, there's too much magic damage coming out from the Witchblade as well as Maelstrom for the Lycan to handle right now. And now they're just popping Exorcism to go into the Roche Pit. They don't really have ults to contest this. Maybe Earth Spirit gets a sneaky steal on it, though. Up for it. Nope, not happening.
Moving forward, they'll look over. Lion getting caught here, and yeah, you can see that damage coming in. Junko used Lycan caught.
There's no BKB.
And they're gonna get the spear out on the Januel, but it's not really gonna do anything. They get a kill there on the Yopaj. They'll look over as Lycan's getting low. They get the kill on a Raven. They're gonna look for more. As BKB is being used by Moon, getting at least the first life out of the hands of the Nature's Prophet, TPing away his Moon, and he'll get out in time. Looking for the roll, but there's the Yules coming in and out onto the Earth Spirit as Spear lands from his Saros. That'll push the Radiant away.
Now, potentially, Lycan is regretting now not getting that BKB before the AC. Because this Nature's Prophet, this coil, the stuns are just too much to handle for Raven right now. And it feels like all the fights are on the back of Moon right now. He's the one dealing all the damage. Playhawk getting caught out. Cutting the tree though. That was actually the Earth Spirit cutting the tree. Be another easy kill.
Finger hits, Boundless Strike, and they're gonna get the Q here onto Playhard. Three heroes near as Sprout's using on him Saros. He's down to about half health. They're still trying to chase, maybe get the Yules out. Unfortunately, just can't catch up.
Nature's Prophet is 5k net worth ahead almost, or 4k rather, of that Lycan now. The Beal is filthy rich. He finishes his own AC now. It's actually ridiculous. Like, his level of farm is out of this world. Lycan, he needs to finish his BKB ASAP. They need to prioritize at finishing it now, because otherwise he will not be able to fight against this Puck, against this Prophet. There's too much magic damage coming out now for this Lycan to handle.
Radiant are scanning.
Now we see the Lion 4K lead. Ambulance, yeah, 4k lead indeed. Coil on 2 here.
Coil on it too, but he doesn't really have any help just yet. They're gonna bring over Deville. He's TPing in. They've got the silence out onto the Lycan, who's gonna be forced to use that shapeshift to try and run. Instead, they'll focus their attention for the DJ, maybe realizing that they can't catch that Lycan and get the kill there onto the Lion. So Dagon's the finishing blow.
Yeah, and Lycan old used defensively, as you said. 80 seconds without it, meaning that Neon can do pretty much whatever they want now. Exorcism is back off cooldown. Looks like they just want to pressure the bottom tier 2 tower. Coins coming up here, 600 gold until Mars finishes his BKB, or 1k gold rather. They need their BKBs now so badly, like they absolutely cannot fight without them. Monkey King, the only one that has his BKB. Mars trying to potentially set up a pickoff here. No one showing since they're all bottom. Easy tower for Neon.
Is under attack.
And they should not result in a trade. Next Assassin TPing top under Vendetta. Gonna try to set up a kill. Potentially the Monkey King. Trying coming under vision. Ooh, in trouble here.
Yo, over a little bit to the side, but Playhard, he lands the stun, and they have caught Moon. Good catch. That's Playhard being in the right spot, landing a perfect stun to set up Neon.
I said earlier that they don't really have good heroes against Lycan, but the way this game has gone, Lycan doesn't feel like a hero that can really fight them anymore. He finishes BKB now, so we'll have to see how much of a difference that makes, but his Nature's Prophet is really strong right now. Going to a Gleipnir as well, just to counteract the summons of the Lycan a little bit. But I feel like once Lycan finishes his Basher / Abyssal Blade, he should be able to easily kill the Nature's Prophet.
Let's see how are they gonna turn this around, Black. This is we thought it was gonna be a snowball out of control for Fnatic. come in. Folder Smash Spear. Okay, they're going after this Abaddon, but again, I think this is not the hero that you really want to focus on. You're going to go after Asaros. Look at the damage coming in onto the Mars. Japs goes onto the back lines, and again, is trying to use that Magnetize to get a kill here on a Death. They'll lose Januel. Abaddon's the one they get, but they need to get more out of this if they want to feel confident about coming into the rest of this game. And well, right now, Play Hard, he'll fall too. That's 2 kills here for Moon. Exorcism was used. Doesn't really get them much. A 2-for-1 so far, but the lead extending for Neon.
This is support,
not what I was
losing their core. It's looking scary. It's looking scary. But again, I think like real late game, minute 40 plus, this Monkey King and Lycan should be too much to handle. Like even though the Prophet and Death Prophet are doing a lot of work right now, and the Puck as well, they will slowly be falling off.
So, oh god, I keep looking back over at Debil's farm. Hey, he's 5K ahead of the Lycan. And they were neck and neck for a long time. He's got the Gleipnir, he's got the AC, he's actually massive.
Yeah, he's filthy rich. Like he's also quite tanky now with the items he has. I still believe though, if Lycan, there's just a problem. Lycan can never get on top of him because they're always securing him so well in the back line that Lycan just doesn't get the chance to eat him.
It's Lycan, the shapeshifts haven't exactly felt effective.
Like the last 4 or 5 shapeshifts haven't really resulted in a whole lot, unfortunately for him.
Taken away here, but they're ready for this, and they're going to go on to Masaros. They've got the stun, there's the dag, and the X is out on the Puck. And they get the kill here. They're going to look over as they use the finger, but the end is going to be popped, so they end up staying alive. The Gleipnir used on a DJ. They get the kill there onto the Lion, and they get 2. They place the vision down, they're ready to protect it, and once that vision is attempted to be taken away by Fnatic, both Masaros as well as this Lion of DJ, they both die, and it's just Neon ready again.
Yopaj is like a really sick play there. He jumps in, coil, breaks the coil immediately. Makes his in a little bit of trouble here. Left.
Yeah, they have found Play Hard, and
he's dead.
Yeah.
Gold for me.
Did you see
it's not an easy
the headband usage? Like he coiled him, headbanded the Mars immediately, and it just broke the coil right away. He pretty much solo killed the Mars from full health on the back of that psychic headband. Psychic blast.
That's the combo that you think about pulling off. Well, maybe not you. I think about pulling off in my dreams. You could probably pull that off eyes closed.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. Like you just blink in coil and push him, and then it's gonna be broken. Like you have to precisely put down your coil, of course, so he's somewhat at the corner of it, so you can actually push him out of it. But it's like not the hardest thing to do if you're a veteran Puck player. But it's still a very important thing to know how to do, because obviously the item was just recently added. A lot of potential for a hero like Puck.
Radiant are scanning.
Now 5-man smoke up here. This is really their moment. Like they need to just win a fight.
Yeah, this has to be the fight that they win.
Yeah. And they have all the tools to do so. Like if Monkey gets on top of Prophet, Prophet is in trouble, and if Lycan gets on top of him, he's also in trouble.
Smoke breaks, and there's a blink out the back line to get going to Januel, but he's not over on a Death. Death is used up into the air, and will use that Exorcism, though. Use the Dream Core, but the big kid gets popped. Finally going after the Death Prophet. Can they get the gun on Death? They finally drop this Death Prophet. They look over at Januel, but Moon ends up dead! Oh dear, they lose the Monkey King pretty early on into this fight. Januel is still standing, Raven gone, and that goes horribly for Fnatic. That is not what they wanted. They will lose Jabs too, and Neon. Wow.
Monkey died without using Wukongs, without using BKB. The Nature's Prophet is dealing way too much damage. Masaros caught.
Masaros, he's caught, and I'm not sure he's getting out of this one. They're going to stick with him and use that deck to finish him off. 4 heroes dead on Fnatic. I'm going to say a couple things here. That was a great fight from Neon. Look at where Davila is in farm. He is so strong at the moment. And Fnatic, a team that was supposed to snowball, has not done so. And apparently it's summertime because the snow is melted and there's no chance of that snowball coming back into fruition.
Yeah, just look at the Monkey King here. Like, I don't know why there was no BKB or ult coming out, but he just got stunned before. Just too much damage coming out from the puck that was never really controlled either. DP buying back, and now they're just gonna get a free top Rex, potentially even a free mid Rex as well. Okay, choose to play conservatively.
You look at that replay, and Play Hard and Genuel were doing so much with a sliver of health. It was insane.
Yeah, like this fight, I feel like could have gone very differently if, you know, just like one spell misses, one, like anything on the Monkey King misses. He gets his BKB off, his Wukong off. Suddenly Nature's Prophet is in a little bit of trouble, you know. The way the fight went, he was unmatched the entire fight, just hitting freely, dealing so much damage. I think the fight recap that showed like 5,000 damage.
Silence.
Way too humongous here, like 9,000 gold ahead of the Lycan at this point. It's getting kind of silly.
And it really is getting silly. It's just crazy how Neon have really played this game and played it perfectly to a T. 14K ahead. I was worried that maybe Yopaj would struggle a little bit, but it feels like even in this game, he's been picture perfect. He's going into the E-Blade. So we saw in that last fight, obviously, puts the Dream Coil onto the Lycan, pops the BKB, snaps, and immediately goes after the fight. But this may not be...
Oh, he missed his coil. Might potentially be an opening here for Dire to find a good team fight.
Yeah, this is now no Dream Coil, no way to lock down these heroes on Fnatic who don't have that BKB. However, it looks like knowing that they're behind this much, they're trying to stay conservative, or at least stay by Roche and find an opportunity to go in.
Yeah, I keep hyping up this Monkey King and Lycan, the power spikes and stuff, you know, but it's just never happening. Like every time they pick up a new item, it just seems to be rendered ineffective.
Yeah. They have not found the proper medication to alleviate the pain that Neon's putting on them.
Definitely not. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. But all it takes really for the Fnatic lineup is just win one fight. You know, they win the next fight, they get Roshan, suddenly they're back in the game again. Game is gonna be even. But can they do that? Like the last 3-4 team fights was all Neon. And they're smoked up here again. Vendetta popped.
Oh, right
so
by
careful.
each other.
Monkey King can't die first.
Primal Spring nearby. Silence doesn't land on the moon. That was close.
Regeneration.
Used, and that's going to snap immediately onto the Earth Sphere with the BKB pop by Masaros. He'll go after this Nyx Assassin. They'll get the kill here on a Play Hard. With that Radiant retreat, knowing that this isn't their fight to take or try and win. But Cat Januel, though, on the roll, maybe turn this around. Exorcism used, but he could be going after this Death Prophet. Death turning around, has the Spirit Siphon out. Balance Strike lands, and now the damage coming in, but they've got themselves the Shiva as well as that Euros. He's surviving for now. Wukong's isn't going to be enough, but the right click's coming through. He's surviving for a little bit longer, but it's not going to be enough. They get the kill on Death as well as Januel. They get the kill onto this Lion. So 3 for 1 with the buyback being committed from Abaddon. Radiant wanted to go out, but then they rethought that idea and jumped back in. I'm not sure if that's what they wanted to do with confidence at least.
Yeah, and DP bought back the last fight. Masaros in trouble.
Yeah, that Titan just does so much damage and they can keep up with him.
Oh, nice dodge.
The TP? Oh, he gets out. Well done.
Yep, and the Death Prophet is dead for 50. They know he has no buyback. That could potentially be a Roshan attempt for the Dire side if they're feeling brave enough. Because I feel like if DP is back up, they're just going to be the ones taking the Roshan. So maybe Fnatic can snatch it away from them. Masaros again. It's fine.
Man, he needs to be careful.
Yeah. If he gets Psychic Headbanded and snaps the coil, he can die very fast. This team fight was pretty uneventful, to be honest. Like, Nyx Assassin getting picked off straight away, fight being a 4v5, and then Lycan trying to chase the DP. But DP lived for so long on the back of the Spirit Siphon. You can see it here. He's almost taking no damage whatsoever while siphoning to the, or while being siphoned to the Lycan. Goes down at the very end there, but not before dealing a whole lot of damage himself.
Do you think that they should have just tried to leave? Like, is there a way that Death just gets, you know, commit to going behind the tier 2 tower and get out of there? Because then you're not going to die. I'm not sure if really 4v5, the thought process should have been turn around or at least try and fight this. I know they've won a lot of fights coming into that moment, but maybe that's a little bit of overconfidence that causes them to lose that last one.
Yeah, potentially. Although his death there is, it stings a little bit. It's not the worst. Like, they didn't lose any objective because of it or whatever. And his respawn timer is now reset. So at least he won't be dead for like over 100 seconds the next time he dies. Always gotta look at the positives, right?
Well, try to, of course, yeah.
Yeah, try to. That is the key word here. Nature's Prophet with that
Radiant's
butterfly.
middle tower is under attack.
Very scary right now. And he has one more slot to replace, that Witch Blade. Probably with a Satanic. I feel like once this Nature's Prophet has a Satanic, it's gonna be incredibly hard for them to take him down.
Has been killed.
However, Monkey King, level 23, once that big ring comes out, you're not gonna feel comfortable fighting in that, even as Nature's Prophet here. Roshan up, pinging it out. Exorcism potentially will be used here.
Scanning.
Close by, I think Neon knows they need to learn somebody to try and lock down this Roshan. Who they're gonna go after is gonna be the Zersker, but Spear lands on a play hard. He's gonna get the Aphotic Shield to be broken away from the side of the arena. They get the kill there on a Jabs, so they'll look over with the finger and get the kill on a play hard, so they end up trading 1-for-1 with the buyback being used by Jabs with the balance strike hitting on a Januel. He's in boost for the moment, but they do have vision on him.
They're being chased.
The roll coming in. Borrowed time is popped. Glepnir thrown over. Won't land, and they'll get the kill on a DJ. Or won't land onto the light. Get the kill on a DJ as they look over, and now Yopaj and Disc trying to stay alive. Ooh, this is a little bit not great for Fnatic if they get caught any longer. Because balance strike doesn't land. Good force staff.
That was a huge miss.
Roll in. Magnetic grip, and they're gonna try and go after this Nyx assassin. Dead for 90, and they've used exorcism to go after Roche.
And it's 2 years dead without buyback. They can't fight the 3-5.
Whoa.
And exorcism has been, as we said, also expanded. This could be a huge moment for Fnatic. No Aeon is ready.
Yopaj. He's gonna die if he's not too careful, and this is looking bad for him. Spear pushes the Death Prophet onto the high ground, and Death is away from his team, but the damage coming up from this Nature's Prophet is gonna be enough. They get the kill on the Jabs, they look over at Moon, he's got the BKB going, and the right hook's coming through onto Daniil. He's hexed up, hit up into the air with the stun, and they'll get
He's not dying.
Daniil's still hidden away, he's got the help from the Death Prophet, he'll take out Daniil finally, but he's gonna buy back, and you know he's TPing into the fight. They've got the arena down with the Glepnir being used. They look over at Raven, they've stunned up this Monkey King because the arena came in and took out the trees, but now Death, he's dead, and the Nature's Prophet goes back.
Seeds of fortune.
Oh, I just actually realized Yopaj dying there in the background to that magnetize. I was waiting the entire time for the puck to come back, but he couldn't because he was taken out by the Earth Spirit. Huge fight here for Fnatic. Aegis Cheese now picked up. Gold lead down to 9k. And as I said, like they're getting these items online to really deal with this Nature's Prophet. But you saw how long he stayed alive regardless of like 4 heroes being on top of him. It was ridiculous. But the Basher is now out of Monkey King. Abyssal Blade is gonna be out soon. Nullifier out on Lycan as well. It's getting scarier and scarier for this Nature's Prophet. As well as the Puck and DP really, because Aeon Disc and Duels, Ghost Scepter won't save you anymore with that Nullifier now.
Look at the damage in this replay that he was doing, and once the BKB runs out, got the ways to control him.
Just not dying. Like, it took them so long to finally take him out. And I feel like as though, if he had that Satanic there instead of a Hurricane Pike, he would have crushed that fight really damn hard. Like, I'm not sure why he went back for a Hurricane Pike. It's not usually a 6th item that you see.
That up. Now the Ags for Yopaj. I'm a little worried that I know he feels strong and he's got the E-Blade, but I would have liked to see that Ags maybe earlier.
Yeah, he's going in all in on the damage route with that E-Blade Dagon 5. Which, if you're feeling yourself, you can do that. But yes, Axe is generally like the safer pickup. It just, doesn't allow Fnatic to play the way they want to with those BKBs. Nature's Prophet has to be a little careful now.
He could do. I'm worried about if he goes down again.
He has no
it
buyback.
Just feels like it's Fnatic's game.
Like Fnatic wins one team fight and they're gonna win this game. They have so much building damage on the back of that Monkey King and Lycan Crow.
Dire are scanning.
See Neon feeling a little bit of desperation, trying to put some pressure on over bottom. They want to force these heroes of Fnatic back.
They have to be careful. They have no buyback. They're fighting into Aegis cheese. Okay, good disengage. Well done by them. Right, that looked a little bit scary for a while there. And
That's actually perfect. Exactly what they wanted to do, right?
Yeah,
them all back,
no casualties. But now, Fnatic very angry. Ugh, smoking out. Seeing if they can get something in return. It's kind of funny to just see the Nature's Prophet not even walking anymore. He's just TPing everywhere. Even if it's just like short range. Oh, Yopaj! Thanks! They have no fire on him!
Yopaj! Big shift, gonna get out of here. He's looking to leave, and now finger used, but he's not out of the hands of Masaros. Just hitting the stun's gonna land from Leon. They've got the damage coming in for Death. Death on the front lines with Demio coming in. Gonna have enough to hex out on the Death. They're
taking a lot of damage.
Sides, and I think he's not gonna make his way out of this one. Oh dear, this is going horrible for Death.
It's proper trouble! It's taken down, no bite on him. DP bounced back into the fight. Monkey King putting out a lot of pain here. DP without exorcism is not nearly as scary. Yopaj is now the main damage dealer here. Kill all the heroes of Fnatic. Have to be so careful to get caught out there. And Van getting killed by the Monkey King. Oh, and Dagon E-Black combo. He still has the Aegis, of course. Spear off the mark.
Back alive, and now they've got the silence on the Monkey King. They're going to try and chase. Oh, this is aggressive coming out from Yopaj. He knows he needs to get something done. Illusory Orb
He has
all the way on the Monkey
careful.
King. Does he jaunt? Oh dear, E-Blade pulls up in the air. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication, but they've got the stun out on the Monkey King. They will get that kill. The Rapier's on the deck, and they look over at Masaros. He needs to leave the arena. He's trying to pull off that Dream Coil in the headband snap once again, but they've got the dagger. They get the kill on Masaros. Everybody dying except for Raven alive right now on Fnatic. Yopaj, he really gets that done, and the Divine Rapier is picked up by Death.
Ultimately, this puck item build paying off tremendously. Like this E-Blade Dagon coming out repeatedly. Just too much to handle for Fnatic. Dealing way too much damage. Now Death with the Rapier. A little bit spooky. Like if they can't end the game now, he is a target that dies very easily. I think they're just gonna try to end it here. Go for the throne potentially.
Recognize buybacks if they can. There's not a lot of time until the Earth Spirit and the Lion are back up. There's still a lot of time here for the Mars and the Monkey King. If they maybe want to, especially in 20 seconds, they can just go tier 4s.
I'm a little surprised they didn't go for the drone here. Like they know that they bought back. I know getting caught, they want to get the Rapier back. They want to get the Rapier back to take a lot of damage.
Pop it down! Rapier picked up by the Lycan, and now he looks over to play hard. DJ gone. Without anything out of this, they've got Demio coming back into the fight, right? After Nature comes in, and Fury is showing up. Do they have the damage?
Rapier on the Prophet.
There's the kill on a Raven. And now you've got the Rapier on the Nature's Prophet. Lycan getting for 94, and the throne getting taken out.
As this game is all but over now, Lycan bought back. We'll have to see if he can defend it by himself. Doesn't look very likely. So much damage coming out from his Prophet now with the Rapier. Don't think they can defend this. 10 seconds left until they respawn.
Either. Look at the damage just coming out on the jab. They land the Gleipnir. That comes in on a Raven, and he will fall again. The throne is